and welcome to Fostoria High School. At this time, we ask you to direct your attention towards the scorers table as our 1993-94 boys basketball team regional runner-up is going to be honored this evening. The Redmen were 19-7 overall and 8-4 in the Great Lakes League. They beat Sandusky Perkins 61-56 in the sectional finals, beat Bellevue 70-66 in the district finals, beat Rocky River 51-42 in the regionals. That was held at the University of Toledo, and eventually we lost 57-67 to Wauseon in the regional final. Time with us as we just finished a meal down in the Legacy Hall. I believe everybody really enjoyed it to see in that Legacy Hall. It's an amazing place to be in. At this time, we would like to recognize the players individually. First, we want to recognize the players that didn't make it tonight. They couldn't be with us. Ryan Griffin, Damon Moore, Jermon Morant, Scott Earlweiler, Jared Riedling, and Chris Twining. And now let's meet the young men that came out tonight. Yeah, there you go. I just got a brownie point there. Coach Jim Rutter was the head coach of this team. I want Coach Rutter to step forward. Coach Rutter was here for many years, and we appreciate everything he did for our school and our basketball program. Thanks, Coach Rutter. Next up, we have Jerry Deshischer. John Kirby. Jason Miller. Ryan Myers. Mike Ritzky. Tyrone Settle. And Aaron Sheets. Gentlemen, we truly appreciate you coming back and spending the evening with us. It's a great honor to have you here this evening, and we will have you back in years to come. We're 3 years late. We should have done this in the 25th year, but it's 28, but we'll get back on schedule. So, appreciate you coming out. Let's give a round of applause to our 1993-94 regional runner-up, Fostoria Redmen.
It was kind of an interesting season because we started out with some injuries. Damon Moore was hurt in the football playoffs, twisted an ankle really bad, and Ryan Myers injured a knee in our very first game, and we lost to Clyde. And with that, we struggled early in the year. Then we came back and won 7 games in a row. And the thing about it was that these guys, they stuck together. And with this group of guys, I coached here for 17 years, 14 as a varsity coach, and they were probably the best passing team that I ever had. They were really good with sharing the basketball. They weren't the biggest kid. The biggest kid we played was 6'2", but we had a lot of good players. Damon Moore, Ryan Myers, Jason Miller, Aaron Sheets. They were all contributors. And the thing about these guys that I remember the most is that they were very focused on being a team. There was no egos out there to speak of, and that they worked really hard at everything that we tried to get accomplished. And there's kind of different phases in the season, in that they got to the point where they were certain things that we could do and do well, and as the year went on, we kind of reverted back to just the things that they'd known all the way through the program as they were growing up. And with the things that went on, we had a really close game with Clyde, first game of the tournament, but we ended up getting even with them the first game. We beat Sandusky Perkins the second game in the tournament in overtime. We played very well against Shelby and beat them in the first game of the district. We got back at Bellevue because Bellevue had beat us in the district finals a couple years before that, and we got Bellevue and we beat them 70-66 in the district championship. We played Rocky River after that and got them and played very well. And then finally we ended up with Wauseon, and with Wauseon we ended up playing a very good team that ended up being runners-up in the state. And during that game, it was a close game in the first quarter. Right at the end of the first quarter, our point guard, Jason Miller, twisted his ankle. Wasn't able to come back until later in the game, and I really thought that if we had Jason for the entire game, that we had a really good chance of beating Wauseon. But easily these guys, we had a lot of success in my other years here, but this is one of certainly the highlights of my time here at Fostoria. And a great group of guys that have gone on to be very successful in a variety of ways. And it's really nice to have a nice evening with them again and to be honored here at the game.